Ethan missed the school bus, but the one that picked him up wasn't from school.
The wrong school bus.
Once upon a time, in a quiet town near the edge of Black Pine Forest, lived a boy named Ethan. He was 16, curious, and always chasing things that should have been left alone. Everyone in town knew one rule: never enter Black Pine after dark. It wasn't a warning, it was a survival tip. But rules never stopped Ethan. It all started one chilly October evening. Ethan and his two best friends, Leo and Danny, sat around a bonfire, daring each other like they always did. But this time, Leo said it. "I dare you to walk to the old watchtower in Black Pine, alone." Ethan laughed. "That's it? I'll be back before you can even finish your marshmallow." They all laughed, but in the back of their minds, something felt wrong. The forest had a silence that wasn't normal. Even the birds didn't sing past a certain point. Still, Ethan packed a flashlight, a small backpack, and his phone, and just after 9 p.m., he stepped beyond the tree line. The moment he crossed, his phone buzzed. No signal. And behind him, the trees closed like curtains.
Ethan walked deeper into the forest. His flashlight cut through the thick darkness, but the trees seemed to stretch on forever. Every step felt heavier, like the ground wanted to swallow him whole. He looked at his phone. No signal. No GPS. Just the faint glow of a dead battery icon. "Just my luck," he muttered. The path he thought he was following started to disappear. What was a clear dirt trail just moments ago now looked like tangled roots and fallen leaves. He stopped, looked around. Nothing but trees and shadows. "Maybe I took a wrong turn," Ethan said aloud, but his voice sounded strange, like it didn't belong to him. Suddenly, a soft whisper came from behind a nearby bush. "Ethan." He spun around, shining his flashlight wildly. Nothing. No one. The whisper came again, louder this time. "Ethan, follow me." A chill ran down his spine. Should he run or follow the voice? Curiosity won. He moved toward the sound. The forest seemed to breathe around him. The wind rustled leaves, but there was no breeze. The whispers grew clearer, more urgent. "Help me, find me, save me." Ethan's heart pounded. His mind screamed to stop, but his feet kept moving. Suddenly, the forest opened up to a small clearing. In the middle stood a single old tree, twisted and blackened. Carved into the bark was a symbol Ethan didn't recognize, a circle with strange lines crossing it. He reached out to touch it, and his flashlight flickered. Behind the tree, the whispering stopped. And in the silence, Ethan heard his own breath and something else. Heavy footsteps approaching.
Ethan ran without looking back, his breath ragged and heavy in his chest. The forest twisted around him, trees growing closer, blocking the moonlight. Every shadow seemed to reach for him. His flashlight flickered, then died. Darkness swallowed him whole. He fumbled in his pocket, trying to turn it back on, but it was no use. No light, no signal, no help. Panic rose in his chest. "Think, Ethan, think," he whispered to himself. "Slow down, breathe." He remembered the old stories the town told, about the forest that trapped lost souls, about the spirits that fed on fear, about the only way out: follow the light. But where was the light now? Suddenly, through the blackness, a faint glow appeared. A pale, flickering light, like a candle burning somewhere deep in the forest. Ethan's heart leapt. Hope. He moved toward it, careful but desperate. The light grew brighter as he approached. He came to a clearing. There, a small lantern hung from a crooked tree branch. But something was wrong. The air was icy cold. The lantern's flame burned blue, cold and flickering. And beneath the light, written in the dirt, were words: "Turn back, or join us." A whisper curled around his ear. "Your light is fading." Ethan felt the shadows close in. He had to make a choice: run blindly into the dark, or face whatever waited under the cold blue flame.
Ethan stood frozen in the cold clearing, the blue flame flickering above him. The words in the dirt glowed faintly, almost alive. The whispers grew louder, surrounding him like a cold fog. "Turn back. Join us." From the mist, shapes began to form. Faces, hollow eyes staring, mouths open in silent screams. Ethan's breath caught. They were the lost souls, trapped in the forest forever. He took a step back, heart pounding, but the mist swirled, closing in faster. A voice, softer but filled with sadness, whispered, "You came here alone, but you're never leaving alone." Ethan screamed and ran, the faces chasing him through the trees. Just when he thought he'd escape, the forest opened, right back to where he started. The town lights twinkled faintly, but Ethan was changed. The forest had marked him. And sometimes, when the wind blows just right, the townspeople say they hear a new whisper in Black Pine, a voice calling out, "Ethan."
Ethan thought he had escaped, but the forest had other plans. The whispers followed him home, echoing in his mind day and night. He was never really free, because once Black Pine Forest calls you, it never truly lets you go. So, if you ever hear a whisper in the dark, remember, sometimes the forest is still waiting for its next visitor. Will it be you?
If you want more parts of this story, comment yes below. And if you liked the spooky story video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more spooky tales.